All right, guys. Welcome back to the Grow with Nico podcast. Today, I have Jacob with me, a good friend, an incredible man, and someone I see is very successful, but also fun. And I feel like a lot of people lose fun in life. So, thank you for being you. I would love for you to introduce yourself so that our lovely audience knows who is Jacob, and we'll jump right into it.
Okay, my name's Jacob. I work with Nico. I don't really know how to talk about myself unless you ask me a direct question.
Okay, that's fine. What do you do? What do you enjoy doing? And what's your favorite pastime?
Man, I like doing a lot of stuff. I like working out. I like going. I moved to Miami because of the sun. I like being outside. I like hanging out with Christina, my partner. I like art. I like working on my motorcycle. I like machines. I like getting my hands dirty with machines. I like reading.
What's your favorite book that you've read in the last? Actually, what's your favorite book that you've read? Period. I just read The Alchemist.
Oh.
And it was magical. It took me on a journey, and since then I've been evolving a lot because of it. So please.
My favorite book is Women by Becasue.
Women by Becasue?
Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you took from it?
That I'm not alone in how I feel.
There you go.
You know.
I'm really glad that you said that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the questions I'm going to ask you today are questions that I've had to ask myself, but I couldn't find the answers to. So I needed to have someone to have a conversation about it with.
No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things like I didn't know until I just, evolved through life. Because I'm 41 now, and when I was younger, I just thought I was weird. But
Aren't we all?
yeah, well, yeah, of course everybody's weird.
Yeah.
The thing. But like over time, then meeting with people and reading books, and I think the internet was the big thing. Being able to watch videos on YouTube, and then social media, and being able to see like, oh, I'm not that big of a weirdo. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, this is great. This is normal to feel this way or think about this way. So.
1000%. I think that a lot of time people kind of get lost in feeling like they're alone in something. But like you said, the internet is a great place where you can find community. But specifically Miami is an incredible place where like there is sub-communities for literally anything.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Name it, they're here.
Go to South Beach, there's some interesting things.
There's some crazy things going on.
Yeah.
And it's all over the city. And that's what's awesome about it. It's such a high density of people, but also such a high density of what some people may call weird people. I always used to say like, I'm friends with the weirdos and the freaks. Like if you're normal, that's weird to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what is normal, right? It's like just people conforming to what other people should see as like baseline.
Yeah.
But if all you do is conform, then like who are you?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think being normal is just what is the current moray and folk way of like what are people like in this area? Like for instance, I lived in Seattle before I lived here, and I lived in Seattle for like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
People there are so different than here, like so different. Which is another one of the reasons why I love living here, is because people seem normal to me here as opposed to there.
Really?
Yeah. People just don't like to talk to you there. It's the weirdest thing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, like people aren't as open to having conversation or like in passing or anything like that.
Yeah. They look like you're trying to steal money from them. Like I'll have a conversation with somebody here in the elevator or at the grocery store, and it's like a normal conversation. Like I grew up in Colorado, which is what I consider the Midwest.
Totally.
So it's the same thing. Like in Colorado, I could just talk to somebody at the grocery store about just anything and then walk away. But in Seattle, I was like, they always act like I was trying to steal something from them. It was weird.
I think sometimes Colorado is also a very like my family lives in Colorado now. My sister lives there. It's a very like wholesome community based like state where everyone's very like chill and vibey, and like people are less chill here, but also kind of still got that same energy of getting to know one another. And it sucks when it happened to me even like last night and many times last week when you're trying to have a genuine conversation with someone, and they're scared because they fear that you're like just trying to get something out of it, or like you're trying to sell them something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like LA. LA is a lot like that.
Yeah,
people can't have a conversation because they're always looking around to seeing if there's something that can do something for them, or what are you trying to get out of me when you're having this conversation?
Or super transactional. Yeah, and
transactional.
Transactional people don't get very far.
Yeah. I don't feel that here in Miami.
You don't feel that here?
No. I guess because, I don't really have any...
No, yeah. I know what you mean. I don't feel it here as much because when you're comparing it to somewhere like Seattle or many places, I think also it's a big thing is like the people you surround yourself with, right? Because no matter where you are, obviously like the general population is one thing, but especially as I'm growing, I'm realizing I used to keep my circle as wide as possible, and I'd want to know as many people as I could. And as of recently, it's like, yeah, I got like 3 homies,
Yeah.
and I love them to death. And if there's something wrong with them, I love them for it. You know.
Well, I mean, you are the average of your friends. You know, your friend group.
I've been hearing that more and more.
Yeah.
Lately,
Same like the average of like relationships. Just, like if you have a lot of people that are just fucking nuts, you're most likely gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you have a couple fucking nuts people,
me in college,
it's kind of fun.
I used to be the one that was nuts, so I'm glad I'm bringing it all back together. Okay. Going into a lot of the things that we were just talking about, you have a partner, you're big into fitness, you ride your motorcycle, you like working on things. Like there's always constant projects that are gonna be going on. So one of the questions that I really wanted to ask you, and something I've been struggling with recently, is like there's so many things to do and so many things to focus on, whether that's fitness, your career, your relationships, money, traveling, like, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
How do you decide what deserves your energy, and how can you balance it all out?
Sure. Well, that's really easy, honestly, man. And it took me a while to figure this out. I just do it until I get bored, and then move on to the next thing. You know, like for instance, I had to replace the exhaust on my motorcycle the other week, which I did. But then I had to do some more work on it. I was like, I don't really feel like doing it. But then now at home, I need to work on one of the computers I have. I have a computer I built for video games, and I need a new video card, a new graphics card. And I'm like, I'll just work on that. Or like if I'm trying to do something with fitness, you know, I started taking a new yoga class.
Yeah.
I just do that until I get bored. So I just do the thing I'm interested in doing and focus on it because I'm very focused.
Yeah.
And then when I start getting bored, I'm like, okay, what else? What else is there to do? But it's always stuff that I'm interested in doing.
That's good. Do you ever feel like you just leave projects half finished? Because sometimes that happens with me. I try and do too much at once. And I think my issue is, or not my issue, I keep learning new things, and I keep learning that maybe that's not the right direction, but it's the right thing. So for me, I've realized that I really want to focus on multiple things. For me, my 3 goals this year were business, body, babe. But babe turned. Let me dig deeper. It's essentially mind, body, soul. Like I want to focus on creating like my own business, my own thing, like something that I can enjoy doing. I.e., we're doing our podcast, right, and grow with Nico. Then I want to get more involved with fitness, of course. Like just really continue to push myself forward in that aspect.
Yeah.
Get bigger, get stronger, look like Jacob one day, maybe.
Well, you know, that's a bit of Mexican pharmaceuticals, so it's not all natural.
There you go. We'll dive deeper into that in a second. And Babe eventually evolved into like relationships, but then really more into like soul, in a sense that I want to focus more on the relationships that are around me, whether it's my partner, whether it's my friends, whether that's like my environment that I'm in, but also relationships like the one that we have. Like I know Jacob and I love Jacob, but I don't know Jacob on like a deeper level. So being able to sit down and have this conversation is a great excuse to like get to know you better as a human being as well, right?
Yeah.
So my main issue is, not my issue, is I realize the only way I make progress in multiple things or the things I want to do, it has to be in like the daily rituals, right? Like I need to do something every single day to push it just a little bit forward. And sometimes, okay, I don't have enough time, so I'll wake up early, right? And now I'm waking up early and I'm going to bed late and I'm doing all these things and I'm starting to get like burnt out and exhausted. And I'm like, dude, how do you handle, like how can I juggle everything at once and still have a positive baseline? Because I can do it for a week, a month, 2 months, but at the end of those 2 months, I'm waking up in the morning and I'm like, dude, what am I doing? So in that aspect, do you have any like insight into, I know you said like when you get bored.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not boredom for me, it's more like exhaustion.
Maybe you should stop and relax, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a nap and watch TV and chill for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not good at slowing down.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to. I mean, you're young. I mean, here's the thing. How old are you?
23.
Okay, so here's something interesting. My grandfather told me this a while ago. He said, and he told me this when I was 25, because I had a quarter-life crisis when I was 25. And he says, Jacob, when you're in your 20s, you pursue your dreams. When you're in your 30s, you pursue your career. When you're in your 40s, you pursue... Sorry, it was the other way around. When you're in your 20s, you pursue your identity. When you're in your 30s, you pursue your career. And when you're 40s, you pursue your dreams. So you're 20-something right now, and just figuring out, like, what you want to do, how you want to do it, which way do I go, what am I doing with my life, oh my God, I'm 20 whatever now. And then I think for me now, I'm just like, I just enjoyed the journey. I don't really give a shit what happens. I'm not really focused on what happens. I just want to do something because I'm enjoying doing it. And I do have goals. I want to buy another house someday, so I'm looking at houses, but it takes time. But like, I can give you a really easy one. For me, like, a goal was to move from Seattle to here, and it took me 2 years of finding a job and then harassing them until they gave me a job.
There you go.
So I had originally interviewed for this position about almost 3 years ago that I'm in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I got through one round of interviews, and then they ghosted me. But I kept following them on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I kept emailing people every month. And then the minute there was an opening, there we go. I really wanted it.
Yeah.
I wanted it really bad. So like, I would say just focus on the things you know that you really, really want, and kind of just stop focusing on the things that don't serve you. Like, if you have a shirt that you haven't worn for a year, just donate the shirt, bro. Like, why do you still have it in your closet? Like, there's no point in having 80 shirts in your closet if you're not wearing it.
Yeah.
Or like, same thing like if you have sports equipment. Like, when I had a house, I had a garage full of like paddle boards and roller blades.
Yeah.
And ice skates and a snowboard. And I'm like, I bought this snowboard like 6 years ago. I've used it once. No, I'm not using it.
You gotta let go of it.
Like, for you, maybe I want to be doing this thing for a year or two, and then if I don't do it, then I want to get rid of it. Like, if there's a project or you're working on,
yeah,
and like you haven't worked on it for a while, and you don't really feel interested in going back to it, maybe you should just not do it anymore.
Let it go.
You know, like, there's this thing called the sunken cost fallacy, where people think that they've invested so much time into a thing that they have to finish it. Mm-hmm. But no, actually, you should stop doing that thing, because now you have more time to focus on something else. Whereas you wouldn't have discovered that you had more time to focus on something else until you finish that thing that you weren't interested in. And you finish it only to know that, like, I'm not interested in this really, but I finished it. But I could have spent those 6 months finishing this thing, working on something else, and be 6 months ahead on that something else. So.
And it's huge. And I think for me, I noticed that a lot when I was in college. I was trying to build, I built a mental health and well-being app. It was called Safe Space. It was designed to give students easy access to mental health and well-being tools, because I felt like, especially in college, everyone's like losing their mind, and then they're only like, not escape, but the resource that everyone would point them to was like the college therapist, who you would be able to book, and you could book it, and you would have an appointment, and then the next available appointment would be like 2 months later, because everyone was booking the same person. But man, it was hilarious. But
sounds like the Canadian healthcare system.
I don't know too much about the Canadian healthcare system, but what I learned from it was, I was trying to build out this whole thing, and I spent years building out Safe Space, and it never came to fruition as I wanted it to. But looking, I was building the app out, and I was doing UX testing for I did like 400 students at my university, and before they got into the app, they would have to answer 3 questions. They were really basic questions, but one of them was something on the lines of, do you ever feel like anxious or stressed throughout your week? And it was a yes or no question. That question violated HIPAA laws, because I was, I know, trust me, think about like 19-year-old Nico sitting, getting an email that's like this long, saying that I need to like go sit down with the like school attorney, because I was holding on to sensitive information about their student population, and I didn't have a secure place to store it.
Interesting.
Essentially saying like Safe Space or Nico doesn't have the whatever technological approval. I never got approval to ask them the question, and I also didn't have like a secure way to hold that information.
Interesting.
And it violated HIPAA laws, and it was a whole thing. And that's when I realized, maybe I'm trying to climb a mountain without going on a hike first.
Interesting.
Like, I was trying to climb Mount Fuji, and I barely could go on a 5-mile run around Miami Beach. So
interesting. Sounds like you had somebody basically saying you can't do it, so you just didn't do it.
Oh no, I had people telling me I couldn't do it throughout the whole experience. The program I was in was called Huizenga Business and Innovation Academy, and the whole goal of it was for students to build businesses on campus. And when it started, they were like, oh, you can build a product, you can build a service, you can build whatever you wanted. And then once we got there, they were like, oh, we've pivoted. We want you guys to build like a product, like something that you could do on campus. And I was like, I don't want to. A lot of people were selling cookies or T-shirts or smoothies or tacos. Stuff. Yeah, like like the people who did it loved it.
Yeah.
And some of them did, some of them didn't. but I was like, they asked one question, like, build something. What's the biggest problem you've seen in your life? Solve that. And I was standing there and I was like, I've seen way too many people go down this spiral, whether it's like family members or past relationships or close friends or anything that just kind of get lost in it. So I wanted to solve that problem. It's a big problem, right? Turns out it comes with a lot of big implications, including HIPAA and a lot of money that had to be invested. And it was great. I never invested, or I invested some of my own money, but a lot of it was earned through grants. So I would do like pitching competitions and stuff like that for it. And it was awesome. But, sorry, I'm going totally off track.
It's okay.
What I learned through Safe Space, exactly like what you said, is sometimes projects need to end.
Yeah.
But just because they didn't get finished or come to fruition, that doesn't mean that you didn't gain so much from doing that thing, right?
Yeah, you never learn less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never, wait, can you say that one more time?
You never learn less.
You never learn less?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, it's just like, no matter what you do, you're not going to learn less. You're always going to learn something. If I'm driving if I'm riding my bike and I get hit by a bus, I'm alive.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, you never learn less. Oh, I should have paid attention, you know, or if I eat the wrong thing, or if I say the wrong thing, it's not like I stopped learning. Everything's just a learning experience. You never learn less, man. Everything, no matter what it is.
You never learn less.
You never learn less, man.
That's really good. I've actually never heard that before.
No, you learned something today, didn't you?
You learned? I did. I never learned less. I know you just mentioned your 20s. I wanted to jump into it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, dude. No, I know. I'm jumping straight into it.
That's fine.
So, and this is really kind of, I want to know what you did, but also what you would, the years have changed, right? So
It's been 2 decades, bro.
It's been 2 decades, bro. Yeah. And in the last 2 decades, I think like the internet existed and like there's so many things that
it started before then. Like
was it accessible? Was it readily accessible?
Yes and no. So like I was born in '84. I grew up in the '90s. Mm-hmm. And you were able to buy personal computers in the '90s. But my dad hated them. My dad's a bit of a Luddite.
What does that mean?
Yeah, a person who hates technology.
Okay.
And he doesn't hate it per se, but he always finds it a bit scary.
Yeah.
He was always worried about a virus happening or.
Keep going, just make sure this is recording.
No. Is it supposed to blink?
No, there's like a little red dot on that side, but we're good.
Yeah. So he wasn't like afraid of technology per se. He just was like, he's the type of old school, red-blooded American male who's like, if I don't understand it, I don't want to do anything with it. My dad's very, very much that way. So, but then we had computers at school. My friends had computers, you know, so we played games on these little big giant floppy disks that you put in and cleaned it, and there was a Macintosh.
Yeah.
And we played number crunchers and Oregon Trail, and we learned how to type, and I learned how to do math. And then in high school, there was basically in the school I went to was a military school in Colorado, and there was a pod.
Which one?
Fountain Fort Carson.
Okay.
So it was all the military brats from Fort Carson military base and Peterson Air Force Base all went there. So all my friends were like military brats. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting during 9/11 because I was a senior in high school at 9/11.
Whoa,
It
yeah.
was pretty crazy. But anyway, so yeah, they're accessible. I just didn't really get into them until I got out of high school and bought my own.
And that's when you're able to, do you think that's what led you to kind of pursue a career where you're very like hands-on?
No, I've always just been a hands-on person. You
Yeah.
know, I've always kind of just liked tinkering with things. I remember my parents got a new TV. I said, can I have the old TV? And they said, why?
Yeah, what are you going to do with
I
that?
just started taking it apart in the garage and just trying to understand what it was. You know, electrocuted myself a couple times.
As one does.
Cut myself one of the tubes.
Oh, jeez.
It's old, like this big of a TV, but now they're like, TVs like are this size.
Yeah,
and like
even
a couple
bigger.
$100. Back then, like a couple $100 gets you like this TV, and you're like, oh, the TV is so great.
Yeah, weighed just as much as this table.
Yeah, seriously. But I just always liked tinkering with my hands. And I don't know if it's because of my grandfather was a tool maker.
Sick.
So he made machines that made machines. But I don't know. I've always kind of like worked. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool being able to take something apart and like understand it on a in a real level. I feel like there's in life there's so many things that we can never understand that when it comes to something mechanical, you can actually know, oh, this bolt is loose.
Yeah. It's kind of one of the reasons why I do what I do is because it's very like, is this going to work? No. Why not? Because of these 3 things. Oh, okay. Well, that's it.
Solve X, Y, Z.
That's it. Done. Solved. It's not. There's no like weird. So I could never be in sales because I could never sell anything to anybody. I guess I could sell something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
but I couldn't really be in sales. I can't be in marketing. It's like there's too many like I don't know, like things are open to interpretation.
It's very emotion based.
Very emotion based.
Yeah.
Which I'm a very emotional person, but like when it comes to my work, it's much easier if I just have a piece of equipment and say, yeah, that's broken. I just need a new one.
I just need to solve it.
Yeah. It's really, really easy.
No, 100%. I feel like at times, especially nowadays in like marketing, which is my field, you're like you're throwing things at the dartboard and seeing what sticks because you might see like, oh, this is what's working today. And then tomorrow it's already, we're moved on to the next thing, right? It's like a constant evolution of it's always evolving, it's always changing, not where some of these machines, it's like, okay, it broke once, we know how to fix it, right? It stays the same. We're not going to turn around and look back and it's a totally different machine all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
Unless we decide it is.
Not yet. Eventually, maybe with AI. You never know.
That's very true.
Skynet, give it 30 years.
Very true.
You know, there's an actual 3D printing machine that all it does is 3D print its own replacement parts. That's all it does.
Just wait till it can put itself together, and then
there's another machine that's called the Eater machine. Eater is an acronym for something. It was a military base at a DARPA. Basically, it's a dog-like robot that fuels itself by eating decomposed mass.
No way.
So it was originally designed to clean up war zones.
What?
Yeah. Almost like an episode of Black Mirror, dude.
I'm gonna go down a wormhole later.
This stuff's out there. Like there's crazy shit. Like so, my dad before he retired was a robotic engineer, and like all kinds of crazy robots. And this was back like 15 years ago. The robots, and it was nuts how they had stuff back then. Now you see the robots that they're having in China doing a bunch of dances and stuff and moving. They're fighting like in real steel. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're getting there.
Crazy.
Real Steel was a great movie.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was like, that's gonna be me one day. It's a box side, like
they have those almost. I mean, I bet you in 10 years they'll have something like that. That'd be great.
Oh, I will be at the underground Miami
robot
fight club for sure, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look across the ring and you're gonna be on the other side, like jumping with your
nice.
robot.
Real sick.
Okay, for someone who's in their 20s, who's fresh out of college, or high school, right? Because I mean, nowadays I feel like things are evolving. Some people are noticing that maybe they don't need to go to college to do the things that they want to do. With so many different routes to take, how do you decide what route you decided to take? And I know you said you were like a handy person growing up with, but what made you decide like this is what I'm gonna do?
I just keep trying shit until something sticks.
Really. Yeah.
Like I didn't go to college. I went to community college for a semester, and I said, "Fuck this. This is dumb. I'm paying you money to tell me what to do, and I'm learning things that I don't need to learn. I don't need to learn creative writing if I'm gonna do mechanical engineering. Like I need to learn about machines. Okay. I mean, so I never went to college, but I just chase stuff that finds it. Just again, do something until it's boring, and then don't do it again. And then eventually, like with me, I just fell into fixing things for a living just because it was really easy to do, and I found it interesting. And then eventually, okay, this is what I'll do.
There's a point
in my life when I was about 25, and I was like, I'm going to do this and be the best fucking person I can at this. And then that was my pursuit until about, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I just kept grinding. Every 4 years, did you give me a promotion? No. Okay, did you give me a raise and a bigger scope of work? No. Find another job with another company. Same thing. Just keep going. Every 4 years. You guys gonna give me a promotion? No. You're gonna give me more work and more money? No. Then I'm going somewhere else. So I've never worked for a place longer than 4 years. Always. And I'm jumping. And I pad my resume. I pad my resume because I know I can do that.
What does pad your resume mean?
Basically, I put in I managed X amount of people when I only managed I managed 20 people and I really managed 10. Just because it's like I can manage 20 people. You know, I can do it. Almost like the fake it till you make it, but I can. It's not. It's a sure thing.
I think
I didn't say I could like do geometry and like build airplanes.
No. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I feel at times you kind of not that you have to pad your resume, but it's important that you sell yourself at the best of your ability because even if you were directly managing 10 people, how many people were they connected to? How many people were they managing? How far does that team spread? The list goes on, and it's like how many relationships are you juggling? It's not just those 10 people, but then the people you're partnering with and all these companies, and it's crazy how I think in this day and age, so many people don't know how to sell themselves, which is such an important skill. Because if you can't sell it yourself, like you say, like I wouldn't be able to sell anything like to anybody, but I think that's not true because a great example is you and your resume and getting all these jobs and like climbing that ladder in your own sense. was you selling something, right? You were selling yourself in a way that made them see you as the best possible option in a world full of human beings that everyone, I'm sure the job that you're currently in, the job you were in before, is something that everyone's like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
But how can you portray that, right? And so many people get lost and stuck in that loop. And there's probably someone who could do a way better job than I can, I'm sure. But can someone sell themselves better than me? I don't think so.
That's good.
They might be able to get a foot in the door, but by the time that door's open, I'm gonna be in there like, hey, what's up?
What's up, dude? Yeah.
I'm like sitting on the couch. I'm like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
How can I help?
Yeah.
But, and I know you mentioned that whenever something got boring or whenever like you knew it was time to move on to the next thing. Here's another challenge that I've been faced with recently, and I'd love to know what you've learned or faced according with it. So specifically at the beginning of this year, I don't know why, I kind of I dropped my marbles. I didn't lose my marbles, but I definitely dropped them for a minute there. They kind of scattered around, but they were still in the room. I could still see them, you know? And what happened was I was having a conversation with Kelly Keefe. She's amazing. You guys should check her out. Shout out Heartspace. We were having a conversation, and she was talking about how you need to like listen to your heart, right? And I think like listening to your heart in a way is like you said, like when you get bored of something, you can let it go, even though your mind's telling you I've invested all this time. Your heart says no, then you go. You know what I mean? But my issue was I see my heart as like something that's like screaming at me to do a certain thing. Great example. I dropped my marbles, and I was like, bro, I'm buying a van. I'm traveling across the states, and I'm gonna have the best. I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm like, take a second, take a step back. Like you said, I'm gonna stop being burnt out, and I want to just like enjoy life for what it is. But then, that's just like a funny example of it, right? But it's a joke, kind of, not really. But my mind was screaming at me, essentially being like, "That's not reasonable, right? Like that doesn't make sense." And I'm gonna read this because honestly, I probably wrote it better than I can say it. Right? It was, and the main topic for this was like freedom versus responsibility. Right? So lately, I've been talking a lot about getting a van and traveling across the states. But I always find that responsibilities, whether it's my partner, my job, or even myself, get in the way of wanting or allowing myself to go on this grand adventure. Right? So I've seen many people look back on life and wish they did more, whether that's traveling or this or that, or like not following their heart, but following their mind, or following maybe what other people told them to do, but not specifically what they wanted to do. Like for me, I used to always say like I hated going to college because it was training me to work a 9 to 5. And I was like, I'll never work a 9 to 5 in my life. And so far I've been right because I currently work a 9 to 6. I wish they did more. So what has your relationship been with freedom and responsibility? And looking back, would you have changed anything?
You asking me that question?
I'm asking you that question.
Ooh. Well, so I think I've told you this before, but if I had moved to Miami in my 20s, I'd be dead or in jail. Yeah. Because I was very wild. And still, I'm very wild, but I'm more reserved. But like, it's really tough, especially now, to be free. And that's one of the reasons why I moved here from Seattle, is because it's a very restricted nanny state type of place where you can't really do anything. Like you can't, like for instance, here in Florida, don't take my word for it, but you can split lanes. Like basically in your motorcycle. You can go
don't take my word for it, yeah.
Don't take my word for it. Allegedly, you can drive in between in between cars, and just go that way on the freeway or on the road. If there's cars stopped, you can go in between them and go in the front. I'm like, that's great because like my bike's small enough. I'm not impeding them from getting anywhere. They're just like this long line of traffic, and I'm just gonna go in front of them and go. Like, why are you gonna sit here? Why do I need to sit here and wait? I can go around you. It's so stupid, and you're not moving. It's not like I'm being unsafe. You see me. My bike is loud. Believe you me, it's loud. So like, there is a fine line between that, but I don't know. Just make mistakes, man. Just don't lose an arm.
Don't lose an arm in the meanwhile. Don't get hurt. Don't get bit.
No, it's okay to get hurt. I mean, that's builds resiliency, man.
Yeah.
if you don't get hurt, you're not going to learn anything.
Yeah, I fear I'm the type of person who like needs to touch the stove to know that
No,
it's
yeah,
hot.
you need to get punched in the face sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, just a lot of times, me and my friends back home sometimes will talk about some certain individual, and we'll be like, oh, that guy's acting that way because he's never been punched in the face before. And I believe you me. I mean, most people don't get in fights, but like, if there's a man who I'm having a conversation with, and he's being a very certain type of way, I'm like, you would never be that way if you were worried about getting smacked around.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And it's just get hit. Just get a couple bruises. It's fine. You'll be fine. Just don't die.
Just don't die. Yeah. Make sure you're here to keep it rolling.
Do some shit that's crazy, just not so crazy you'll lose your head.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in your 20s, man.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? You'll be fine. You'll
I'll
learn.
be okay.
Yeah.
Growing up, I broke my arms a ton.
There you go.
So I know what you mean. I broke my arms 9 times, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The last time I broke my arms, I broke them both simultaneously.
That's insane.
I was like this for like 8 months. 6 to 8 months? I don't even remember how long it was.
What were you doing?
I was skiing.
Oh, okay, there you go. Maybe you should not do that anymore.
Yeah, no, I haven't skied much since.
Like I don't ski. I could ski. I don't because I want to blow up my knees. You know, I'm much older now. It takes a long time for me to recover. Like I don't take risks. I don't take physical risks. I take business risks. Financial risks because I have a buffer just in case.
Yeah, you're safe.
Just in case.
No, totally. I was thinking about that the other days. I can't break my arms anymore.
Yeah,
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But it's great that you mentioned risk because what makes you decide that a risk is worth taking?
What's the worst that could happen? And if I'm not okay with that, then if I'm not okay with the worst thing happening, then you shouldn't do it. Period. If the worst thing that could happen is I lose my job, I'll find another job. If the worst thing that could happen is I lose my life, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no. If the worst thing that could happen is I lose a relationship, well,
how important is that relationship?
Really, you know, like I'm not very close to my family,
mm-hmm.
but I don't talk to them that often. I'm not worried about losing the relationship. But if I knew they would lose the relationship, I probably would talk to them more often. But I know it's not going to lose the relationship, so
there you go.
It's fine. Like risk versus reward. What's juice worth the squeeze?
Was the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah, it's really worth it. There's a point of diminishing returns. You invest a lot of time into something, like I said before, and like you're not going to get much out of it anymore if you keep pushing into it. Like bad relationships. I've had a couple of those.
Yeah.
And you stop investing. Just stop because it's not going to go anywhere.
It's tough for a lot of people that are in those tough relationships because they know that nothing good comes out of it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's like anxious attachment or something that just makes it.
It's probably it, man.
Difficult to go. That's probably it, right?
If I had known about attachment styles and love languages, and also if I had known how handsome I was,
there you go.
I would be in a completely different space when I was younger.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of self-confidence. I have too much self-confidence now.
No, no such thing as too much. That's good.
Well.
He said, well. No, it's good. It's good to be confident. Yeah. I think that's the one thing that most people lack in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane the lengths people will go to avoid having to be self-confident. Great example is like dating apps and doing these things. It's like everyone's always like the dating apps don't work, and it's like maybe because you can't go up to someone and just have a conversation. Mm-hmm. And it blows my mind. It's like you're looking for something, but you're not willing to quite literally take the steps to do it. So you're just gonna find the like easiest shortcut from A to B.
Yeah.
But you're trying to get to Z.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me.
I understand the youth of today trying to find a partner because I have a couple friends who are in their 30s who are having difficulty finding a partner, and I'm like, I get, at least from what I hear in social media, how difficult it is to approach women and talk to them. Maybe it's not that difficult, but at least try it.
I think it's the environment that people are trying to approach them in. Like, if you're going out and getting drunk at a bar and that's the place, and you're like, I'm gonna go find women at the bar, like that's not an environment in which you're supposed to be meeting. Like, you know what I mean? That's not where you meet your wife, unless if you did.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine. Maybe
I just at least what I always say is like, if you're looking to find a partner or a friend or whatever it may be, go do the things that you would love doing and meet them there, right? Like if you love to dance, go find somewhere you can go dance, right?
Yeah.
If you love to bowl, go find your wife at the bowling alley. Like whatever it may be that you love doing or something that excites you, you should go do that.
Yeah.
I think now with all these different things like run clubs and whatever, and all these, like how like fitness is huge now. There's so many opportunities to be able to do those things. It just takes the confidence once you're there to start conversation. Yeah. And like you said, risk versus reward. If you're going up to a total stranger and they don't know you and you don't know them,
Yeah.
and you have a conversation and it doesn't go well, you turn around, you walk away, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over.
And in college, it was my last semester of undergrad, and I was in a point where I was like, okay, lost all my marbles at the time, but it was a wonderful experience. You got to lose yourself to find yourself.
Yeah.
But I remember being really bad at being in uncomfortable situations. So I forced myself every day that if anything made me uncomfortable, obviously never to the extent of making someone else uncomfortable, but something that was just like scared me to do without it being life-threatening or wouldn't have caused any harm, right? No harm, no foul. If something made me uncomfortable, I forced myself to do it, whether it was like go up and have a conversation or like, talk to the person or like whatever it may mean. I don't know, maybe this is an example that doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't make sense. Like there was a bunch of people like painting at our college. They would like paint the sidewalks and it would all be the different clubs. I would be like, dude, I'd love to go paint. And I'm like, why don't I?
Yeah.
Right? I just go up to them, can I paint with you guys? I know I'm not part of your club, but I'd love to make a little bean sprout and a flower on your thing.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hell yeah, man, like join in. And now I got new friends. And I think it's so important to consistently put yourself in uncomfortable situations because otherwise you're never going to be comfortable in them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's tough. And
Exposure therapy.
exposure therapy.
Yeah.
There's a guy who does, what does he call it? He calls it rejection therapy.
Oh.
And he like goes and asks questions for things that he thinks that they're 100% going to say no. But then
That's good.
But then it's good because all of a sudden things started happening. I remember at one point he walked into some like marketing agency. I thought this one was great. He walked into some like marketing agency. He's like, "Hey, can you put me on a billboard?" and they were like, "What?" They were like, "How much are you willing to pay?" He's like, "No, just for free." The like CEO was there and he was like, I'll put you on a billboard. And then he had like a whole ad campaign across like multiple cities of him just on billboards for free as like a big marketing thing. And it went viral and it was probably the best marketing that ad agency ever did for themselves because now it blew up all over social media and this guy's face is just all over the billboards. But rejection therapy and uncomfortable.
You gotta like strengthen that immune system, man.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Like, it's just let weird shit happen to you.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Yeah, let some weird shit happen.
Again, if it's normal, it's weird.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Like, for me, like, everything here seems normal to me. The way people talk, the way they dress, the way they act, the fact that nobody speaks English here. Seems normal. Seems like a normal American experience. But, like, there are some places I just don't feel at home.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like these people I think these people are putting on a front. They're putting on a show. Now, for them, that's normal, though. You know, like, you just got to be in the right environment. That's the big thing. It's like the right environment. Maybe you're not in the right spot. You know, like I had the hardest time finding friends and feeling grounded in Seattle. It's because I wasn't in the right area. You know, I wasn't where I can thrive and be myself. I wasn't where I could be myself because it's a little bit too much for most people who I am. So I can be here and I'm like, I can be myself.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, totally. I'm definitely the same personality type.
Yeah.
I can be way too much a lot of times. And I always find myself apologizing for it lately because I think that how can I explain it best? I've like built, and this is part of the reason why I kind of lost my morals at the beginning of the year. I feel like I built this universe around myself that like someone else told me to build. Like get the job, get the apartment, get the girl, get the car, get the like, get all the things that like should make you happy.
Who told you that?
Just like growing up, college, parents, like professors, teachers. Like I went through college. I did the whole 9-to-5 training course. Yeah. I even got my master's. Like I kept going, and I feel like they like create kind of like this box that they're like, this is what you should do and this is what you should stick to. And that was where the issue was, that like all throughout the entire process, I was listening to my mind of being like, okay, that's reasonable. That's what I should do. It makes sense, and it made sense to them, and they're telling me to do it, and look at where they are. So I should do that. But my heart the whole time was like, dude, you're not supposed to be like, you don't want to do this. Yeah. Like, this isn't who you are or what you are. And I was able to like take advantage of being in the position and be like, you know what? If I'm forced to do it, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And even if I end up somewhere where I don't necessarily need to be, at least I'm gonna be way up here. I'll be way ahead in whatever it is I'm doing, and not, because that's what I saw a lot in college too, is kids who didn't want to be there specifically, So they did really bad. Like they purposefully wouldn't go to class, would fail their stuff, or like just wouldn't take care of their responsibilities. But in doing so, you just end up right back where you started, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if I'm here, let's do it. Let's make the most of it. And once I come out the other end, then I'll figure it the fuck out, right?
That's a good way to be. I did not have that plan when I was in high school. I didn't graduate high school. I did. I paid my friends to pay my class, do my tests for me at the end.
Nice.
But realistically, I've never been a good student. Not because I wasn't capable, but because I wasn't interested.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I have a problem figuring out complex math situations. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I need to learn about trigonometry? I don't plan on doing anything with it. You know, like why do I need to learn more about geometry? I'm not building houses. What's the point? Can you teach me how to balance a checkbook, or work on the stock market, or like give me a fake amount of money and I can like see if I can build a business?
See what I can do.
You know, but for me it was always like, why am I learning about demonstrative sentences in creative writing class? Can you just teach me like how to find my voice?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy about the school system now is you're learning all those things that
don't fucking matter.
Yeah, or
don't.
you're learning such a broad variety of things that like if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, you'll find something within it all that you're like, this is what I love and this is what I'm good at. And even if you figure it out and you're like, I'm gonna go be a whatever engineer, or I'm gonna go be the best trigonometry professor known to mankind, right? You're still forced to learn all the other stuff that don't apply to what you would be doing. And it's tough because then you're in a position where you have to continue questioning yourself, like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
It's because someone else told me I should do it. And I think that's also part of the like training of when you're like in the university and in your schooling system, or like in anything really in life, is like you're forced to do the things that you don't want to, or that aren't useful to you or don't want to do. But then you just think in your mind like, no, this is what life is.
I don't know, man. What they really should have done in college is like give you the basics and then just let you have a lot more free time to figure shit out. Like they're trying to teach you what life is like rather than teaching you just how to like just exist.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to. I'm not paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, tens of thousands of dollars a year for you to teach me about how to live life. I just need you to teach me about this one thing. A lot of the stuff is like, a lot of that stuff you can just learn out in the real world. A lot of stuff, almost everything I've learned, I learned from physically doing it. Like I'm learning how to vibe code right now with Claude. And I'm like, I had no idea. I'm okay with ChatGPT, but then now with Claude, I kind of understand. I'm like, oh, so I create this amazing dashboard with a little bit of help with some people from work, just kind of showing me how to do it at the beginning. And now I have this thing that a week ago I didn't have, that I've never done before. And I have this amazing set of skills now that I have. And I'm just going to continue to keep doing this thing. But I just need to learn on my own. In the real world, in a real situation, and it's just for me again that it's easier if I just actually physically do the thing and do the actual thing I'm learning about, which is tough in a controlled environment.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think college is a way to. Because sorry, I've been shitting on college too much. I did it and I killed it. No, I know, but I don't want to. I don't want to be that guy.
There's good reasons for college. I mean, it's. I'm not saying it's invalid. I'm just saying that some of it is complete bullshit.
Yeah, I think what I came to when you said that of like getting the tools under your belt, I think college is essentially like this safe little bubble where you can experience a version of life that allows you to collect those tools in a safe environment.
Yeah.
Like in a way that if you mess up, you're not affected in like the grand scale of things,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You're just learning it within this little like bubble that's happening at that moment. So that's a cool way to think about it, because I think it came to me when you were talking about Claude is like you just put a new tool under your tool belt.
Yeah.
Which is extremely valuable when it comes to just being Jacob, right?
Yeah,
or being
sure.
Nico, or whatever it is. So maybe college is just a way to like be in that bubble and make those mistakes and do those things, but at least learn it within this little ecosystem that learn it here, and once you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah, I think that universities would have a higher rate of success and enrollees if like they actually said, look, you're in a controlled environment, a lot of things you're learning are all controlled. This is just a moment in time. When you get out in the real world, it's going to get fucking crazy. So we're just going to prepare you a little bit for the crazy shit that's happening out there. The problem is a lot of the people who are teaching have never left university. They've lived their entire life in university. They went from university to tenure. And now that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they're never going to lose their job. They're never going to leave this university. They live in a little town where the entire town is about the university. It's a college town.
Yeah.
They have this great, cool life living on this house they don't have to pay for because they're a dean and they get to live there for free, basically, more or less. Mm-hmm. And like they've never been outside of the world, so they assume the whole world is this spot. which is like that's not how it is, man. Like
Yeah.
this isn't that's not how it is at all. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
It is. I think the people who move around a lot, or at least for me growing up, I lived in Florida, Boston, Chicago, Philly, Jersey. I spent time in California. Now I spend time in Colorado. My extended family's in Argentina. And every time I move, it's incredible because it's a new perspective. And I remember growing up, the first time I moved, I was like, okay, this is normal. The second time I moved, I was like, damn, I'm losing my friends. And by the third time I moved, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
You're telling me every 3 years I get a fresh start so I can be whoever I want to be. And
That's
at the end,
great
in
about
3
it.
years, and I'd be looking around and someone would get annoyed by me or mad at me or like think that I'm weird. And I'm like, this is great. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll be gone in 2 years. And keep in mind, I didn't know for a fact if I'd be gone or not. But in my mind, I was like, I know I'll be gone. And sure enough, I was gone.
Yeah.
Right? And it's such a freeing feeling of knowing that like you can just go. And for people who grew up in the same hometowns, like throughout their entire education from 0 to 8, like the most development years of their lives, I see how challenging it is for them to be able to just be themselves.
Yeah.
Or just like be who you want to be because they're just so scared of maybe looking like they're weird or being outside the box or not being the person that their direct people know them to be, and they just never had the chance to redefine who they are.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah, they never felt comfortable to try something new because everybody else said that was weird or that's just not what we do here.
Or that's just not what we do.
We don't do that here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, but like go somewhere else, like you said, and then do a new thing, be a new you. It's like when I was a kid, I went to 2 different high schools because I got kicked out of my house. So I had to move in with my dad. And I was able to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And I had such a much better time in school because I was able to kind of feel like this is who I want to be, but I can't be this guy because my friends who I have now, who I've grown up with through at middle school and high school, like they would think that's weird.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't want to be my friends anymore. And then I would have to find new friends. So I'm not going to be that guy. But then when I got kicked out and ended up living with my dad and went to a new school, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be this guy now. And I was that guy, and it was great. I got laid so often.
yeah. It completely it switches who you are.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I didn't do any better in school, but like it was a great environment for me. And same thing like moving to a different state. You know, I lived in Colorado for a certain period of life, about 15, 20 years, or 10, 15 years, and then I moved to Seattle. And I moved to Seattle, and I met a trans person for the first time. And in Colorado, I was like, I've heard of this thing.
Yeah.
A trans person. I was like, I don't understand does that mean they're gay? I don't get it. But then I moved to Seattle, and the very first person I work with is a trans woman. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's great. You know, or seeing big cities. Like in Colorado, where I grew up, we didn't really have cities. Denver was the biggest city. And Denver's not a very big city. It probably is now. I haven't seen it in like 20 years. But like when I moved to Seattle, it's gigantic.
It's huge.
Comparatively. It's like this guy, I would spend the weekends on my days off just like walking around looking at the tall buildings.
You're like, holy shit.
Like, whoa. You know, so just go somewhere, man.
Experience new versions of life.
Experience new versions of life. Just do shit.
And meet new people.
Meet new people.
It always blows my mind when, or something that I said in the last podcast and something that I've like put on my vision board and everything is like not everything needs to make sense. You know what I mean? Like something, if it doesn't make sense to you, that doesn't mean it doesn't make sense to someone else.
Yeah, maybe it'll make sense later.
Exactly. And everyone's trying to like make sure that everything fits their definitions or what they do or whatever. And maybe someone else is living a different life or doing things differently. But as long as we just see them as another human, like who cares what they do in their free time or who they are or what this, that, and the other. Can't we all just accept each other for who we are? Like that's a good person. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, just see where it goes. Where the river goes. Just like check it out, see what happens.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so much of a perfectionist with everything. Because you're just going to disappoint yourself every single time.
Every single time.
It's pointless.
Yeah, I used to be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And it was horrible because I would always constantly, I would work on projects for like Safe Space is a great example. I needed it to be perfect before it launched. And I spent so much time trying to perfect it. But by the time it came time to trying to launch it, I bit myself in the ass because I asked that question in another round of trying to perfect it to be better. And then it all went, and then that's where it ended. Like,
but you didn't learn less.
But I didn't learn less. That's a really good one. I'm going to journal about that later.
Pinterest is my favorite vision board to use.
Really?
Everything. If I'm having an idea of a thing, I create a Pinterest board for it. I just throw things in there.
I've never used Pinterest once.
Yo, you should use it.
I know.
Maybe I'm an old man and I use.
No, you're not. You're not. My
It's
girlfriend
great.
uses it.
It's so great, man.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's much better than scrolling doom scrolling because I'm scrolling, but I'm scrolling for things that I want to do, things that inspire me.
Yeah.
Like interior design for a house, or the way I want my motorcycle to look, or the clothes I'm going to wear to a wedding in a couple months, or hairstyles.
Yeah.
You know, or just interesting things that I find interesting. There's cooking things. Christy and I love to cook.
Yeah, I love to cook.
Meals. Just learning about stuff. It just has real cool articles that link you to another article where you can learn about a thing. Mm-hmm. You know, so I think Pinterest is great.
Cooking is super therapeutic.
Oh yeah, it's super fun, man.
It's awesome. I really got into cooking. I've always been into cooking a little bit, but recently I've gotten super into. I get home from work, I pull out the cutting board, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm making, but I'm gonna spend the next 2 hours and use every dish in the house, and I'm gonna make a mess. And by the end of it, I'm gonna clean everything up, have a meal, and go to bed. Like, my day is over, and those are the only 2 hours where I'm fully present in the day. All the other times, I'm either worried about the past or the future, or this, that, or this person at work, or that partnership, or whatever it may be, and I just forget to like just be here.
Yeah. I have a fantasy of becoming the male Martha Stewart. Just like doing cooking shows.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, you totally could.
Like not like stupid cooking shows. They're just like I'm in my backyard cooking food and let me.
Yeah.
More like things you can do around the house and things you can like just cook with and just fun stuff.
You totally should.
Yeah.
You got the voice and the mustache for it, man. Come on. I better see that. I better see a cooking video up next week. Okay, final questions. I think I got 2 more. I'm gonna skip some of these because we went over them pretty much.
Sure.
Or they're just not relevant to what we're talking about. I love that we kind of sidetracked. It was
You don't again.
even better.
It just needs to be a conversation.
Exactly.
You can have a basic spine of what it's supposed to be, but like it's just a conversation, and that doesn't mean like there's always time for another one some other time.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, you never know. I might be in a van next week.
You might be in a van next week. I mean, whatever. I'm joking. Get a good one. I wanted a van. That was my dream car when I was a kid.
A van?
A van, like one of those really cool vans with like, because when you're younger, you can't really hang out at home sometimes.
Yeah.
The mischievous things you want to do. So I was like, I'm just gonna get a van, and we're just gonna hang out in my van all the time, just drive around.
We got wheels and a place to chill.
I put an Xbox in the back.
Come on. Nowadays with Starlinks?
Yeah.
Dude, you could do anything.
Man, if I was as ambitious as I am now, but if I had to do it all over again, but with the wherewithal of what I am, who I am, I'd be a fucking bazillionaire in about 10 years with all the access to information that's out there and technology. It's so much easier to learn than it was when I was even when I was in my 20s. You know, the internet existed, like YouTube was around, but it wasn't the way it is now. You know, they're dumb cat videos, but now I can learn how to take apart an entire engine or understand the economics of China. You know, and it's just like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's free. Well, it's
mostly free.
Mostly free. Yeah.
Mostly free. Well, all the information is free. I think that's the biggest thing, especially now with, obviously there's a ton of like information-based businesses are growing and growing and growing. And I think a lot of times people look at whether it's like coaching or this or mentorships and stuff of that sort. They're like, oh, those are scams. It's like, it's the same way as looking at like a college or a university. You're paying to learn information, whether it's through a university or whether it's through a coach or a mentor, whatever it may be.
Or a pyramid scheme.
Or cut code. Yeah. Sorry. That's hilarious. And you still have another 10 years, so if you figure it out, if you figure it out and you get a bazillion, let me know, man. Me and you.
That's very true. I don't think I have the energy to do that.
All those things.
Yeah. I don't have the energy to do all those things. I think
it's exhausting.
I'm very comfortable where I am right now in my career. I'm more in pursuit of my dreams and my interests more than my career because I drilled hard in my 20s and way harder in my 30s. Like I was like in it all the time. Oh man, I'm working 15-hour days, 7 days a week.
It's insane. 6
months straight, like just working, learn, work, become valuable, learn, work, become valuable, and then just show once I have what I have to show you. And if you're not interested, I bounce out and I do it all over again. Just boom. Yeah. As long as I'm learning something.
Was it worth it?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. I mean, the only reason why I'm here is because of luck. But I mean, luck is just timing and preparation.
Yeah.
You know, I was prepared because I had done research on the company. I had done research on the environment. I understood what was going on. I would watch all of Adam's videos. And I also was prepared because I had been doing this my entire life. And not only have I doing it in the multifamily space, but also in hospitality, in hospitals, in government. Like I just the gambit. Like there's very few people in the world at my age who have my experience. Most people, and that's the other thing I experienced too, is like more I transfer to different companies, the more I realized that the people who were as experienced as my contemporaries were 15, 20 years older than I was. I was always the youngest director or youngest manager any place I worked by at least 10 or 15, sometimes 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, because my industry is a very old industry.
Yeah,
It's getting
yeah.
more modern now, but like I benefited from that. But the same thing, it's like I've always just been ambitious to like learn and keep like I drill like crazy. Grind like crazy.
Okay, battery died. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Final question. I don't even know where we were.
I don't know, man.
That's
Tell
okay.
me.
Final question. It's the same question I ask everyone at the end of every episode.
Okay.
What did success mean to you in the past or early in your career? And what does success mean to you now?
Well, back when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, success meant money.
Yeah.
The more money I had, the more successful I was. Period. Also, the title. I had a really cool title, like director of whatever, or regional director or whatever. That was success. Now, it's not so much money. It's just having time. I mean, to do what I want to do outside of work. Like, I love going to the gym. I could not live my life without going to the gym. If I didn't go to the gym, if I didn't work out, I'd destroy myself. I'd be so self-destructive. I've done that before. There were times when, even with this company, I was working so hard I didn't have time to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I fucking destroyed myself.
It's
Drank
easy to
too
lose
much,
yourself.
Drank way too much, just did dumb shit, you know. And I'm like, I'm 40 years old. I can't be doing this crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but now it's just having a job and a career, because there's a difference. Having a career that supports me financially enough to have money for my retirement and savings. And I don't have to worry about when I go out every once in a while that the bill at the restaurant's going to be too high. I don't really worry about it.
Yeah. It's a good feeling.
And then having time. I think the biggest thing for me is time. The ability to have my weekends. The ability to go to the gym. The ability to work remotely and travel somewhere and just work on the plane. Just having time, which I guess ultimately boils down to freedom. Which is another one of the reasons why I moved to Miami, because I want freedom. It's a very free place. Freedom is success for me.
Freedom is success. And your definition of freedom now is time and location?
Just time.
Just time.
Yeah, just time. I'm only going to do this once. You know? Might as well spend as much time as I can doing what I want to do.
Yeah. It's our most valuable asset, by far.
Well, I'm also pretty handsome, too.
That's true.
Cool. Yeah.
But you can't... And on that note, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. It's always a good time. Next time we're going to do it again with a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
We'll drink some wine. We'll drink some wine. I'm a big vinophile, so I'll teach you about some wine.
Oh my God. It can be the first cooking with Jacob.
Yeah.
Your first Martha Stewart episode. You'll teach us about the wine before we start the episode. I'm so down. Boom. Well, thank you so much. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, whether you're listening in your car or Taylor, you're driving home right now, my biggest supporter. Thank you for listening to the very end. I love y'alls. I love you. And thank you for listening. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.